he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You saying you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
Right. You know, but he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me.
The boxing world is reeling as reports emerge from Manny. Pacquiao's recent sparring session ahead of his bout with Mario Barrios. While his sparring partner confirmed they trained together, he strangely refused to offer any specifics. When asked if he knocked Pacquiao down, he simply laughed, leaving the question unanswered. That cryptic reaction has sparked serious concern about Manny's condition and whether he's truly prepared for the brutal challenge ahead.
Lastly, Robert, you think Pacquiao wins this?
Man, look, Pacquiao's a legend. He's a legend. He's man, everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him, and I wish him well. But I got 36. It's too hard.
46,
to,
yeah. 46.
Oh, my bad. 46. Yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself even able to, box for 12 rounds against a young fighter, even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division.
Right.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it. Hopkins did it. That Leonard came back, also and did it after a long retirement. So, is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I really don't. I don't see it happening.
Several respected analysts are withholding full support for Pacquiao's comeback, not out of doubt for his legacy, but concern for his present form. Still, they agree. Manny wouldn't return without serious belief in himself. His decision to step back into the ring suggests unshakable confidence. While few are making bold predictions, many admit that if Pacquiao's timing is sharp and his body responds on fight night, an upset is still within reach.
He's going to be paying attention. I know I have been these last couple of weeks, watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so. And we're going to watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's going to be looking for the WBC World Tour World titles, huh?
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in a welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe, steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Evander Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him. But nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. I think Barrios sucks. So I think
Mario Barrios hasn't minced words. The young contender called Pacquiao's return a major mistake and promised to make him pay for it. Barrios claims he studied recent training footage and built a strategy around it. In his view, the videos clearly reveal that Manny's speed and conditioning are no longer world-class. Age isn't just a number, Barrios warned. While he respects Pacquiao's legacy, he insists the man he's facing isn't the same legend. This is his chance to defeat a giant and elevate his own name.
Get in this camp.
So yeah, then I guess I'll put it this way. Like, I don't think based on that, then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it like, well, we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the best way, right? Because again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can. But still, everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of like Manny that I can. I'm not going in there like expecting to be like facing an old man. So yeah, I'm expecting him to be fast, to be moving. So yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Like, do you guys feel that?
I feel that. I have confidence. In the more, the longer the fight goes, right? It's my job to go in there and yeah, like make him feel like the old man. Make him feel kind of in the most respectful way, like make him regret coming out of retirement to face me. But make him question it, right? Like why did I come back for this?
A bold panel of 11 boxing. Analysts has raised serious concerns about Pacquiao's physical condition. They recall how off form he looked in his last fight. His signature footwork and sharpness noticeably diminished. Their shared opinion, facing someone like Barrios, with power and stamina on his side, is a huge risk. If Manny can't keep up the pace or absorb shots like he used to, a knockout isn't just possible, it's likely. While some applaud his courage, most believe it's a dangerous step for a 46-year-old against a hungry young challenger.
So Manny Pacquiao's gonna get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is like far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year and he arguably lost to like a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time. No questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Respected coach Joel Diaz offered a sharp but respectful perspective. He praised Pacquiao's incredible accomplishments, but pointed out the harsh reality of age in boxing. Diaz emphasized that Barrios' youth gives him major advantages, better energy, quicker recovery, and sharper reflexes. While Manny once dominated with speed and angles, Diaz noted those tools tend to fade. In this sport, he said, time always wins.
Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
So like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
Biggest concern surrounding Pacquiao's comeback is his age and long absence from the ring. Turning after years away means more than just getting back in shape. It's about readjusting to the speed, intensity, and timing of today's elite fighters. In boxing, even a split-second delay can be disastrous. Pacquiao's greatness is undisputed, but critics argue that greatness doesn't stop the clock. And inside the ring, there's no mercy.
I think people are forgetting Pacquiao has a championship fight this weekend against Mario Barrios. And I don't know what to really think about this one. So I took a screenshot of this and circled it. Pacquiao's 46 years old. See status inactive. And I don't know how, one, they gave this guy a license to have this fight. I get Manny Pacquiao, who he used to be, and how truly good he really was. Not that guy anymore. Going against a guy who's young and Mario Barrios and talented. And then if you look at Pacquiao's resume going into this fight. So obviously you have his loss in 2015 to Mayweather. And we'll just go up. And look, he beat Bronner in 2019. That win didn't age too well, but very good win. Beats Keith Thurman, beat Barrios. And he loses to Ugas in UD, who, by the way, gets cooked by Barrios 2 years later. Pacquiao, at this point, will have had a 4-year layoff going into this fight. Or a 3-year and 11-month layoff, if you look at that. Going into a championship fight against a guy who's young and decently talented. Is it a winnable fight? Yes, it is. Manny Pacquiao's 46 years old. He's an old man. I doubt he will get the job done. Don't be surprised if he does, though. Don't be surprised. I hope he does. I mean, who doesn't like Manny Pacquiao? But we'll see. But what do we think? Should Pacquiao even have a license to be boxing this weekend?
Analyst Sean Zittel delivered a chilling forecast. This could be the end of an era. He sees Mario Barrios not just winning, but potentially retiring Manny Pacquiao for good. According to Zittel, this fight could mark not just a loss, but a generational shift. He respects Manny's heart, but says Barrios' hunger and recent activity give him a massive edge. If Zitel's prediction holds true, this may be the final chapter in one of boxing's greatest careers.
The jab is what can neutralize Pacquiao. It's what helped Ugas neutralize Manny in between those bursts that you know are coming. So we'll see. My first thought of this fight was Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back against Hector Camacho. I think we get Barrios winning, and I think Manny announces an emotional retirement in the ring in a beautiful moment after the fight. He's one of those guys that needs to lose against an ordinary type of fighter like Barrios to truly know it's over, because without a shadow of a doubt, 10 years ago, he would have handled Barrios with ease, and that's not a diss to Barrios. So you gotta lose to a Joe Smith. You gotta lose to a Mario Barrios. Manny is one of the fighters that won't stop until you make him stop. So Saturday night, I think Mario Barrios finally makes him stop.
There's no denying it, this is a high-stakes gamble for Manny Pacquiao. A loss here wouldn't just impact his legacy.
Oh, yeah.
Could also take a toll on his long-term health. After building one of the sport's most respected resumes, one bad night could alter public memory. Even more dangerous, every punch taken at this age carries higher consequences. Chris Algeria, former opponent of Pacquiao's, issued a stark warning. If Manny doesn't find his rhythm early, things could unravel fast. He emphasized that the opening rounds are critical if Pacquiao doesn't control the pace quickly. Barrios will take over in Algeria's view. This might become Manny's toughest night in the ring.
This is going to be a bad night for Manny. One of the things that I really thought made Manny special, and what I noticed in the ring too, was his first step. He was so damn fast. Fastest hands I ever fought in a ring was Amir Khan. Fastest first step was Manny Pacquiao. His ability to pull the trigger early on, pop that straight left hand right down the middle. If I see him go out there, pop that straight left hand on the heavy-footed Mario Barrios and bangs him, cracks him with her left hand early, I'm like, okay, we got to fight. If I see him falling out of position, being off balance, getting square, and getting countered early on, I'm gonna know right away this is gonna be a bad night for Manny.
At all the concern, some still believe. They argue that as an 8-division world champion, Pacquiao has unmatched experience. While Barrios may be younger, he lacks the fight IQ Manny has earned through decades in the ring. These supporters say history could repeat itself. Pacquiao has shocked the world before, and maybe he'll do it again.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight. He knows how to win. So you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's the question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
True believers are standing firm. They say you should never bet against Manny Pacquiao. Even at 46, his life story is one of defying the odds. His fans believe this comeback could be the next miracle. They point to his discipline, drive, and deep self-belief qualities that have carried him before and could again.
Well, I mean, Manny's already, it doesn't matter if anything. I mean, Manny's already a winner, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age. I mean, he's already won. So it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
July 19th, we've got Manny Pacquiao getting back to the ring at the age of 46 against a young, hungry champion, Mario Barrios.
Doesn't matter, knockout. You know, nothing against the other guy, by the way. Shout out to you. You probably have a great future ahead of you after this fight. But I'm predicting maybe a 7th round knockout. You know, it's gonna be a little brutal. Head's gonna be on the ground. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely betting on it. So we'll see.
I think it's nothing Manny can't handle. I think if Manny fights Manny's fight, I think he beats him. And I think, and this is where I say it might be shock the world, I think he could unify the title. I don't think they do. I still think he's got the ability at 46 to do something that will shock them. I believe it.
At a certain age, even as great as Ray is, he's not the Ray Leonard who became the world champion, one of the greatest fighters in history. So age takes a toll. I mean, Manny actually walked in when I was working out in the ring. And I said, you know, let me tell you something. Age really has nothing to do with this. And I'm 82, so, you know, I think you train hard, you're working hard, you've got the skills, but, you know, let's be realistic. It's a split seconds. Right? You nearly hit, nearly. That's why I said nearly. So you still here. Loved it.
Veteran fighter Shane Mosley brought a spark of hope after witnessing Pacquiao in training. You said Manny looked sharp, focused, and all in. Mosley believes that if that same intensity shows up on fight night, we might all be in for a surprise. Not here to play games, Mosley said.
Here's what Shane Mosley thinks about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight.
So the way I feel right now, I think that he's going to do really, really good. And I think that it's a really strong possibility that he wins the world title. I mean, he gets up every morning, he does his run, he works very hard. I'm listening to what he's doing and his mentality. Oh, I talked to him the other day. I was like, ooh, he sounds exactly like me. My mentality, he has my mentality. Like we have the same, we're like walking the same type of thing. You know, he's 46, I'm 53, but it's like we're almost the same. I don't really know Barrios like that, so I can't really speak about it. That's why I'm like hesitant. But see what I see with Manny, man, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins the world title.
Not everyone is convinced. Alex Ariza, a former member of Pacquiao's team, criticized his training approach, calling it outdated. Ariza warned that the methods that worked in Manny's 20s won't work now. The body changes, he said, and, unless Pacquiao adapts, sticking to old routines could backfire. Damn. If he doesn't adjust, Ariza believes he could get overwhelmed. The bell rings.
Okay, so a few more days. The Pacquiao Barrios. And of course, I'm here with Alex. Who better knows Pacquiao than Alex? How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, they picked a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but you know, of course, I've watched a lot of analysts, experts. They're saying, yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
If I was privy to what he's doing, then I would say I'd be able to say yes or no, but I'm not. Like like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, and he's only 21. Manny's 46, so they should be checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in. You know what they have to. So they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training and videos if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing, to be honest. I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't really know.
So you can't really test
I
if it's
can't.
condition.
No, he's always looks good before the fight.
And that wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. Till next time.